Good morning, Sunday morning, again, chilly morning, just a few degrees over there. You can probably see the fog or condensation just lifting off the forest over there on the top. If you're thinking how we do fertility on our farm, is we make compost. But it's very hard to make compost, good compost, without farmyard manure. Luckily, we live right next to the farm where there are cows, pigs, horses. So, I was able to get this morning. Mix of a bedding, air manure, as you can see, is already working. You can see the steam coming out of it, so that means the composting process is already starting. You can feel the heat. Oh, easily you can feel the heat out of it. So I was supposed to shovel all that in by myself with my pitchfork, and I was very lucky. The guy on the farm was there, Jamie. He saw me, and he was in the teleporter with his grabber, so he just loaded 2 scoops for me, and I was able to get it up here in my trusty old trailer. The bad thing is he's not here now, so I have to unload it. It was quite a venture to get it up here, the hill, the muddy hill, and turn around, but my Hilux did it. So happy days. I'm going to leave it over here for the moment. I have to take Dawid to training, his Gaelic football training. He loves that, so I'm going to go do that. Then I'm going to come back and start unloading it. That's going to be quite a workout. Okay, I'll catch you later. Bye bye. Alright, I'm back. Got Dawid to training. Now it's time to unload all that. It's quite a lot of it. So that's it. Like you see, steaming pretty good over there. It's already, the process started, so it's already decomposing. The good thing is I already seen a lot of earthworms in it. I'm already getting warm. Who needs the gym? All you need to do is start farming, homesteading, and you're not gonna need the gym. You're gonna stay fit and healthy. No, I'm only joking, but no, I still have quite a lot to do, and we're not gonna leave it over here like it is, maybe for just a few days. We're gonna put it in as layers in our compost boxes. We might show you step by step what we do, how we make our own compost. I think it's really important to be able to incorporate something that normally would be considered as a waste from another farm enterprise. We can incorporate that, make sure it's composted well, so it's going to take, like, that's not going to be ready till summer, probably May or June. is going to stay in the compost, cook, decompose, and we show you layer by layer, step by step, how we're going to do that, how we're going to incorporate that into our compost making process. And yeah, that's it. Now you can enjoy me shoveling poo. Okay, I'm gonna save you from the pain of watching me shoveling all that. Have 1/3 probably off, something like this. Yeah, I get you to catch up with me when I'm almost done with there. Okay, if by any chance any of you are wondering, does it smell? The answer is no. If I will have to give it a score, 0 to 10, 10 will be the most disgusting smell. It's probably just 1. If you hit the pocket of just poop, yes, you can get a little bit of smell, but because it's mixed already with the bedding, with the straw, and that is basically carbon, so carbon is absorbing all the nitrogen from the poop, so it doesn't smell. That's the whole idea. If you keep the proportions right, it's not going to smell. It's going to turn into lovely compost eventually, and we're going to add even more carbon into it, but we are also going to add more nitrogen, more green layer, adding all the crop leftovers and stuff like this. And you can do that at home as well at a much smaller scale. You can get the compost bins or whatever, but you need to make sure there is enough airflow in them. Some of them compost bins are just plastic boxes where there is no access for air, and what you're doing, you're basically creating anaerobic compost. That is no good, really. You need to be able to go into it, make sure there is enough moisture in it, there is access of fresh air, and you need to be able to turn it. Only then you're actually going to get a really good end product. So I would definitely encourage everyone to do a little bit composting at the back garden. Even if you live in the estate, and if you keep the proportions right, neighbors not even gonna notice that you're doing compost. That's the simple reason, if you get it right. And if they're gonna say, hey, there's something smelly in your back garden, then at least you know you're doing something wrong. So probably you don't have enough carbon. And by carbon I mean basically it's called the brown layer. So it could be straw, hay, wood chips, could be even cardboard, and you need to just put the layer on top of layer, one green layer, one brown layer, green layer, brown layer, and the earthworms gonna go up and down, and they're gonna eat all the good stuff over there, and they're gonna poop out what's called the worm castings, and basically turn all those layers into just gorgeous compost. Okay, and after me talking, I get back to shoveling. If you are wondering why I didn't bucket the trailer up a little bit further from the start is basically I knew I'm gonna have a big heap of it behind me. So if I would do that, if I would get the trailer all the way here, I would end up throwing everything on top of the end of the trailer, and then I had to move it. But I knew I actually had to unhitch the trailer and go drop Dawid off to the training and then pick him up. So I knew I needed some room behind me because there's quite a lot of it. I would say 1, 2, there's easily 3.5 cubic meters, so probably 4.5 cubic yards of that farmyard manure. So I will have to end up moving the trailer a couple of times to allow myself a space for it. Okay, break's over, back to it. Okay, have 2/3, maybe 3/4 of it done, and I just hit the mother load over there. I have to show you that to you. Look at these. See them? They already, half of them are already gone. There's another one over there. There's one right here on the top, and that's what I was saying to you. You can tell straight away it's nice, healthy stuff if you have earthworms in it already. Even that some people, when they would see that big pile of poo, they would go ooh, where I would go ooh. Yeah, believe me, if you growing organic veggies, you can get excited about the poo. I know it sounds strange, but you learn to appreciate the value of the stuff like this after you put it on the beds. Alright, I'm gonna leave you here and I'm gonna go grab some lunch. I'm done. Quite a pile. Trailer is empty. I'm actually going to leave the trailer over here because I have some firewood over there in the corner. I don't know, can you see that? There's a black pile there. Anyway, yeah, more firewood. Never a dull moment on the homestead. So I have all that done. Quite a pile, quite a workout, break a sweat. But yeah, that's my gym. I don't go to the gym. I don't have to go to the gym. So quite happy with it. We're gonna get a lot of compost out of that. A lot of nice organic veggies come to next growing season. So gonna leave that over here, gonna go get some lunch, and yeah. Oh, finally I get the camera started. I'm not really good with the camera, you know. Monika, she's brilliant with the cameras, operating cameras. She's beside being a farmer, she's a photographer, professional photographer. I feel awkward when I have to use the camera, when I have to stand in front of the camera. Anyway, we're here. Gonna show you what we do. You see the 3 beds of spinach over there. We're gonna hoe them. So what I'm using for hoeing is my Dutch flat hoe, as you can see. So it's a stainless steel so it's easy to clean, it won't rust, and it used to have sharp edges. It's just 3 years of use made it round, but it's actually really good for what we're doing, because when I'm cutting close to the root of the plants, I feel safer. I won't cut the plant under, just under the soil, so I'm just sliding, I'm gliding it past the. So what we're doing basically by hoeing is, I'm gonna show you over here. So basically what we're doing over here is, with the hoe, we're just trying to break the surface of the soil over here like this, and just like this, very carefully around the plants. That's all basically, and by doing this we are killing weeds, because even if they're really tiny, you can't really even see them. If you zoom in really close, you might be able to spot them, but basically that's the best way of getting rid of them. So we're killing weeds, we are aerating the top part of the soil, and by doing this we're loosening up the really top part of the soil as well, and by doing this we're releasing all the nutrients that are in the compost over there. Because if you have soil clamps like this, even if you have a good nutrient balance of your soil, it's being locked. So basically, if you get it in and if you do this, it's much more available to your plants. So by doing the hoeing, and you can get rid of some stones over there as well, so make your beds nicer and more clean as well. So I have those 3 beds to do today. Ideally you want to do it just after you harvest it, so you have less foliage, so there is less chance that you're going to damage some leaves, especially now in the winter. Every leaf is precious because the growth is minimum. We're in December now, so we're going into the 3 darkest weeks of the year, so the growth is almost at 0 level. So I'm gonna jump in, gonna hoe those 3 beds. You can watch me doing it. So like you've seen, I will go up all the way to the end of the bed on the one side. So I will go the one side first, then on the way back I'll go on this side, so I don't do empty runs. So a little bit more efficient way of doing it. So I have to go through the outside. We have 4 rows of spinach in the bed, so I have to go in each one of them. See, little weeds. I showed you the difference when I'm gonna do another 1 or 2 over there. I'm gonna show you the difference in how does it look before and after. But now I just have to get cracking with it. where I can show you the difference between before and after. As you can see, I've done this row, well, the space, the gaps in between the rows, this one, and I'm doing it this one. So I've done it over here, and I didn't touch this side yet, and you can see the green farming on the soil, and you can see the weeds over there. And when you look at the part I done, even there are weeds over there, but they've been already cut by the hoe, so they will more likely die. So almost finished with that bed. Then I have another 2 to go. Okay, first bed is done. I actually need to take my vest off. Feel really warm. It's a good exercise, all that hoeing. So as you seen, our rows in the bed, we try to keep them as straight as possible. If you keep them as straight as possible, it's much easier to hoe. So you're saving yourself a lot of time and a lot of problems if you are able to keep your rows in the beds straight. For the first couple of years we were using a string, putting a string, planting just under the string, but it was taking too much time, way too much time. Now we're just eyeballing it and we're doing pretty much good job as far as I can say. So that's a good tip. If you're planting anything in the larger amount, make sure you give yourself nice lines so you can cultivate your plants around. If you have 1 or 2, that's fine, you can deal with that, but if you're doing it on any larger scale, you need to be able to go in and do the hoeing nice and fast so you can move on to another job. As well as that, there are different types of hoe, of course. We are using the Dutch hoe. It's called Dutch, probably was invented in Holland. That is, was actually stainless steel, quite expensive hoe, but you can use any hoe. There's just a normal hoe, oscillating hoes, and there's a wheel hoe, and you even have a wire hoes or finger hoes. They have like a 2 finger, they just drag in between the plants, and there are even attachments for the, on a larger scale, for the field production to the tractor that you can fit in and you can hoe like this. We do everything by hand with the hand tools over here, trying to minimize the use of diesel fuel and everything. So that's it, more exercise for me. Okay, I have another 2 beds to do. So I finished all 3 beds. I don't know, can you actually see the difference on the camera, but I can just see the difference by just looking at it. It looks nice, clean. So, and in a few days you can actually see the impact on the plants, a little bit more vigorous growth. So it's definitely worth spending few minutes, half an hour, whatever, and doing this. And you have to do it if you want to keep your plants nice and healthy. So as you can probably see, it's getting darker and darker. It's kind of afternoon, mid-afternoon, but it's gonna get dark in about an hour. So I'm gonna head off and close the tunnels pick Dawid from his school bus, and yeah, we should see you in the next one. So hope you enjoyed that little insight into our market garden. If you like the video, please give us a like, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel. It's a new channel, so it will definitely help with the YouTube showing it to more people. And if you like it, show it to your friends, share it with your friends so more people can see it, and comment below what would you like to see. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.